So this is my A6. You can see in the back seat here, the center armrest comes down, everything functions, and it is in good shape. A lot of times these cup holders break, so when you push in on it, nothing comes out, or it gets stuck out and it doesn't go back in, which is what happened to mine. So basically, to unhook this, a lot of people say that you have to take this plastic off. That's wrong. You actually can't get this off without breaking it in most cars. But right behind here, there is one single T15 Torx screw. So what you're going to want to do is take your T15 Torx screwdriver, pop down your 40 seat, and then you can see that that screw is exposed on there. So just pop that screw there, and then pull the armrest out this way. So pulling the front of it towards the passenger side. When you turn it out that way, it should just come straight out, and then you'll get an armrest that looks like this. Now, installing it is a little bit more tricky, and I will show you that on my spare bench. Okay, so here I've got my old armrest, and I've got a spare rear seat that I pulled from a wrecked A6. They're pretty cheap now, so you know, if you can find one at your local wreckers, sometimes you can get some good parts out of them. So as you can see on the hinge pin for the armrest, there is one pin that's just straight, and that helps it find its position in this little ridged area here, and then the other one is actually for the hinge. So one end is where the screw goes in, and then the other end has a little hook where it grabs onto this notch in the metal bracket. So basically you install it the reverse of how you took it out. Basically you hook that pin in, and at the same time you want to hold this, because this pin is actually loose in there. So you want to make sure it's lined up, hook it in there so that it can't move, and then simultaneously wedge it into the bracket on the other side. It's a little hard to do with one hand, but once it is hooked into place, you won't be able to pull it out. So okay, so once the hook is engaged on this side, you can see it's fit right into that metal bracket. It's not going to be perfectly lined up on the secondary pin, but you can squeeze it into this bracket. This actually does have some give in it, so you can squeeze the pins into the little bracket, and then once you line up the bottom pin there, pop that T15 Torx screw in. Once you have the screw in, you can test out how it functions, but it shouldn't be able to pull out once it's screwed in, and then you'll be done.